6 p.m. All rise for the pledge of flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chairman Thomas Byrd.
Present.
Supervisor Commissioner Jeff Millies.
Present.
Commissioner Merle Wagner.
Present.
Commissioner Megan Johnson.
Present.
Commissioner Supervisor Bill Craig.
Present.
Planner Jamie Rabarczyk.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum of your Plan Commission, quorum of your board, and your planner Jamie Rabarczyk is here also.
All right, thank you. Open meeting is on.
Mr. Chairman, the agenda was posted inside and outside the Vernon Town Hall to the media, to businesses, and on the Town of Vernon's website. You're in full compliance with the open meetings law.
All right, thank you. Public comments. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? The record show there are no public comments. Item 5, miscellaneous matters. The following matters will be discussed and possible action taken by the Town of Vernon Plan Commission. Item A, site plan and plan of operation amendment request for Chris Peterson for Edgewood Greenhouse Incorporated for the construction of additional greenhouse structures on the subject property located at South 94 West 27495 Edgewood Avenue. The property is located in the town of Vernon. Chris, you want to come up, please? Jamie?
Sure.
You want to take over there?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before you tonight is Chris Peterson, who operates Edgewood Greenhouse in the town of Vernon. About every few years, he comes back before the town with some additional greenhouses that he wants to build on his property based on his inventory and his business. He's done very well in the town of Vernon, and we hope that he continues. Just a little bit of history. In 2013, he was before us for the construction of several greenhouses. During the review of that, we did find out that under some newer DNR and FEMA mapping, a couple of the existing greenhouses were within the floodplain. So over a series of months, probably even closer to a year, he had to relocate a couple of those greenhouses. In 2015, he came forward before us with a more substantial expansion. It was 121 by 108 foot greenhouse, and then an 84 foot by 336 foot greenhouse. And again, it's all for the inventory of the flowers and foliage plants that he does for his clients. Met with Mr. Peterson about a month or so ago, and what he would like to do is add one additional standalone hoop greenhouse, which is 36 feet by 144 feet. This would be located just just west of the existing driveway that comes in off of Enterprise Drive. And then he would like to add 2 additional greenhouse bays on the structure that he built back in 2015. So each bay is 21 feet by 300 feet, so that's the 42 feet by 300 feet. And that would be added to the east side of the greenhouse, which was the original 84 feet by the 336 feet. Prior to 2013, we actually had rezoned the property. We worked with Waukesha County, did a comprehensive plan amendment, and rezoned the property to agricultural business, which allowed him future expansion before he was operating under a conditional use. Under the AB, he's allowed up to 50% of impervious surface, and he's not there yet. He still has some room for some expansion. In fact, right now he's about halfway there. He does meet the setback requirements for the AB zoning district, as well as the height requirements for the AB zoning district. I do believe the last time that he did some additions to the property, he worked with the Waukesha County Land Resource Department to make sure that future expansions would still meet the stormwater practices that they required of him at that time. However, I did put a condition in there that prior to, issuance of building permits, that he just provides us with a letter from Waukesha County Parks and Land Use, that he's still in compliance with the erosion control and stormwater management requirements. So with that, that's a pretty good overview. Again, it's a two-bay addition, which is 42 feet by 300 feet, and then one standalone hoop structure, which is 36 feet by 144 feet. All of the other plans of operation will remain in place. And then there was a slight change of hours of operation. He's looking for Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. I believe the other hours of operation were more seasonal, but I think these are more of his standard hours of operation. I did have a conversation with Attorney Macy and Chairman Byrd yesterday. Attorney Macy, what he's recommending, and he's going to start recommending it of all businesses that are going to be updating their site plan of operation or conditional use moving forward, that we take all of the former county requirements and actually roll those into a Town of Vernon complete staff report and permit. So that's what Attorney Macy is basically explaining in his memorandum, is that he's suggesting that we take all of the prior plans of operation that Chris had got approval from when we were under county zoning, and we actually roll that into a town zoning and building permit, so that moving forward, enforcement, any other amendments, or that we know that it's all town permits that we're amending, and that we don't have to worry about kind of muddying the waters or complicating matters by still enforcing county conditions. So with that, Chairman Byrd, I'll turn it back over to you for any questions of me or Mr. Peterson.
All right. I'm going to read into the record here what Attorney Macy has said. It says that as to whether to approve the request amendment to the site plan and plan of operation is a policy decision. Since the prior approvals were done by the county when the town was under county zoning, our attorney recommends that a new site plan and plan of operation for the business be approved, incorporating all of the pertinent prior approvals as well as any approved amendments. In this way, there should be no confusion that the operation is now under town zoning and not subject to any county road or approval. Any action from the Plan Commission would be recommendation to the town board to amend the existing site plan and plan of operation as the Plan Commission determines appropriate, and to direct the staff to prepare a new site plan and plan of operation approval of the operation incorporating the amendments and all pertinent sections of the prior approvals. And then he goes on, I will be making the same recommendation every time existing businesses come for an amendment. And we talked for, Jamie and Attorney Macy and I talked for about 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
On this, and it made complete sense to me, because we've got prior things from the county that are in it. If we are now out of the zoning and taking it over, but then it's kind of abstract on which one should prevail, which one shouldn't prevail. This way, we'll use the newest one, and we'll roll that all together into one. Commissioners. So,
Would that be over and above the recommendation to approve the project, or is it all rolled into one motion, everything?
I would say that it would be a recommendation from the Plan Commission to have staff do that. And then when it goes to town board can take a look at it and finalize
They
it.
want to see it. they won't wanna see the county's terms.
They've all seen the county's terms.
So we could, just to follow this, if we approve the proposal by Chris Peterson, as part of that approval, we're going to incorporate this recommendation.
Correct.
So we're not approving him and then after the fact, creating the recommendation.
No, everything will stand with the county. It'll just be that all of those provisions will be put into the towns.
Yeah, you're already doing it tonight. If you accept the 14 conditions, condition number 1 says a plan of operation, file number PO 14 VNT 05 shall contain in full force and effect. That's the county's first approval. If you look at that approval from the counties, the first condition in there says that the prior plan of operation, PO 13 VNT 05 shall remain in full force. So what we have is we have this train of approvals. There's basically like 4 approvals that are out there. What Macy wants me to do is he just wants me to put it all in one report. Is all that he wants. That's all that he's asking for me to do. And I think that that's doable by, is it next week's board meeting?
Next board meeting is
Thursday.
next Thursday, correct?
Yeah, next Thursday's board meeting. I think that that's doable. He just wants one document that the town can then look at moving forward that has all of Mr. Peterson's conditions of approval. We're not changing anything. We're not amending it. We're just cutting and pasting into one document.
And then that will be a precedent that will be set, that will be cleaning, as they're coming in, we'll be cleaning them up as we go.
The one I fear is
So
having.
you're lucky to get the first one.
28 of them. My God.
You're always precedent setting.
Yeah, I have that feeling.
So, commissioners, any questions, concerns? Bill, any more?
So John's comments
I
don't
would
have to
Just
be
say,
a condition of approval.
greenhouses, as long as I've been out in this area, has been a real asset to the community. I don't think I've ever heard
This
one
condition is
complaint about any aspect of the operation. We seem to be growing. We're up 25 employees in this.
And a little shy of that, but close, you know.
And is it tied to the building?
No parking issues. I'm totally in favor of having more ahead.
Complicated, we'll just do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what's proposed, and I also agree with, the town attorney's recommendation of putting everything into one report. I think it makes sense.
Okay. Well,
My only question for Chris is, you sure there's enough room? Because you weren't here too long ago, wanting to add on, now you're back again. And you still have quite a bit of space. Can you add on more in the future still, or?
Yeah. As business, as our customers grow, we keep adding more. And the answer is no, this isn't enough. But it's what we can do in the next 12 to 18 months. So we fight, we've taken segments.
So in 2 years you'll be back and then put another one up in?
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to reiterate what Bill said, working with Chris and with Jamie, this has been, Chris comes in, he tells us what the situation is, what he would like, and he's, you go back there after it's all done, you look at it, it's no more, no less, it's not been a problem, he employs people from the area, it's a good business. I have no problems with this one at all. Flowers don't make any noise.
Not yet.
Well, and if I can say that it's you always dread coming to a situation where yay or nay may make the difference in your business, but I have found the town especially, county is you know, they've got their rules too, but the town here has been very supportive of what we've been trying to do, and not only do I appreciate it, but our employees appreciate it because it makes a difference in their lives too, and we're still hiring and making a difference that way. So it's nice to be part of a community that everybody gets along, and we appreciate it.
Full business.
Yeah.
So is there a motion from someone?
Well,
Emergency. I'll make a motion for the Plan Commission to recommend approval to the Vernon Town Board of the site plan and operation amendment request for Chris Peterson at Edgewood Greenhouses.
With the following 14 conditions?
Correct.
I'll second.
Good motion. Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, I'd like to add the attorney's comments to these minutes as a formal record, so a reference for the Plan Commission and in
Yeah.
futures.
That's why I read them, so there was, you can put them in there and you do that. Okay.
And here's our
It's been
verbatim.
moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So what else do we need from Chris yet?
Just that this will be on Thursday's board meeting, next Thursday's board meeting at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Right.
Should I?
Do you want
If
to?
yeah, it would be
Yeah,
nice because there's two other members of that.
Yeah, okay.
And what I'll do is, in the meantime, is I will compile all of the prior conditions
Okay.
into one document, and I'll send it off to you for review.
And my process in regards to the county is just with the water.
Yeah, it would just be with Alan and Leif and see if they can, an email would be satisfactory.
Okay.
Just that, all of the cistern and everything that you put in, if that's still
Mhm.
adequate, that's all that we're looking for.
Okay. And I give that report to you, or they're okay to you, or?
Yeah, a lot of times Alan will send to Karen and myself.
Okay.
He'll send an email saying that he met with you and they don't have any concerns.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. When are you starting?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Had to order it a long time ago to get it going.
I think you said you were gonna get the footings in and all that in, and then construction in winter?
And
Over the winter
We'll
time?
start construction in October, but yeah, all the
Okay.
posts and so forth will go in.
Okay.
So, in a couple of weeks, so.
Okay. Yeah, just work with Vince
Yeah,
on that.
yeah. We'll keep them up to date.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Peterson, good luck.
Thank you, and to you.
Yeah.
This is off the record, but I know Rodney usually sat there, and I didn't realize that her last name was Johnson, so I find it to be, Rod would be very proud that you're telling me. And that's all I have to say.
All right. Item 6, approval of plan commission minutes for March 8th, March 16th.
Mr. Chairman, could you table those minutes till the next meeting? I gotta correct something on those.
All of them?
Just March 8th.
March, yeah.
March 8th. Okay. Then let's do March 16th.
I'll make a motion to approve March 16th minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And then we have April 20th.
12th.
They're in here. Thursday, April 20th. For
Oops, it's wrong on the agenda.
what?
It's the 20th?
Yeah, and there's a mistake halfway down. Motion supervisor, commissioner, blank.
Can we table those, Mr. Chairman? Sorry.
All right, we'll take a vote.
I seconded it, so no, it wasn't me.
Okay. Adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Adjourned at 6:20. Thank you all for coming.
That was quick, that's nice. Hey, Jamie, can I ask you a quick question though?
Sure.
Is there anything that can be
Wait,
done?
all of the meetings.
Well, we adopted our new zoning.
Wait, all of the meetings.
We, hey, you dropped your rubber. The fire
big.
department has that trailer that has been sitting there for 20 years. We changed the zoning. Is there anything that can be done?
What do you mean, we
changed-
adopted our zoning?
Yeah, well, it was allowed under the county, but it's not allowed for,
Well, I don't know if it was, I don't know if that's a true statement. I don't know if it was allowed under the county. I think the county just looked the other way.
oh, really? So it wasn't allowed, oh, because that's one thing the fire chief asked is, how come it was allowed?
They ain't keeping that trailer. That is just
Well,
a piece of junk.
Like I said, the county may have looked at it as, maybe an operable vehicle, or no one complained because it was on our property, so therefore they don't go out looking for violations. So, I mean,
But it's a violation.
it's a violation. I mean, the village could change their ordinance with regard to pods and stuff if they wanted to. That was one option that I gave to, I'm drawing a blank, the supervisor.
Gary?
Gary, thank you. I told him, I said, we could change it and allow the metal storage containers, but you have to allow everybody.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that opens up Enterprise Drive.
Okay, well then at least it got, because I keep, I'm trying to find him a location. That trailer might be too crappy to move though.
Probably
You
is.
know.
Probably is.
But he could, I could find somebody that could haul it and scrap it. But even if I could find him another truck for them to put it somewhere else, everybody I talked to says, well, how long?
Right.
How long? Well, if you can't give me an answer, so,
Well, were we looking to put up a pole building back there?
yeah, that was one
I
of
mean,
the,
what about the gentleman down on 164 that he's supposed to run the storage out of the farm buildings and stuff like that? Remember he had the backhoe and stuff and he was renting the farmhouse out? He did all that work to the buildings and stuff?
oh, yeah.
So wasn't his name Scott?
Yeah, Scott Provencher or something, yeah.
Why don't you ask him if he's got, I don't know if he'd have room for the trailer, but he might have room for the stuff in the trailer.
Well, yeah, that's just it. I just can't get the fire department, they keep saying, well, we gotta have this, and they can't have it.
Right.
Well,
What do they have in it?
I have no, it must be gold. Fire starters,
It's like anything else, they gotta get rid of it.
Combustible material that he tried.
What's gonna have to happen is gonna be an agenda item, and town board's gonna say you got 15 days to clean it out, or the BPW will clean it out and get rid of it.
because I'm afraid,
Clean it out and take it over vacation. He'll bury it overnight.
That's about it.
We're off the record, right?
Yes.
Shit. You get rid of it.
Now we are.
Well, we can, I can go.
You get rid of it in a heartbeat.
Because I'm afraid you put the fifth wheel underneath that, I bet that thing's gonna just crush,
Probably.
I bet you can't even dolly up I don't know.
Probably not.
Well,
They're gonna be lucky to get on their plane to get a crane in there, lift it out, flatbed it away.
Well,
Might be able to float it farther back.
in all honesty, can they remove the contents and then burn it? Do a training exercise on the semi and then scrap the metal?